Did you fall when you wake? It's a long way down. Welcome back to your place. Hope you know it now, 'cause it's true what you say. We're the wrong way round, and the lie cut the worst. It's been resolved, then reversed.
Hail, hail, and welcome to the HomeBhoys Live podcast here on Tuesday, the 6th of January. Very happy New Year. And to all the listeners, to everybody out there, we're back. Game postponed on Saturday, but we'll get on to that in a second. Good win last night against Kilmarnock. Pardon me, something. So plenty to talk about, and there might even be more Sevco laughter towards the end. There's loads to be talking about. There's a team are in for a break at the minute, so we can have a chat about how things are going. Joined by the usual crew, Paul Larkin on his hiatus from the Asterix years. Philip.
Hello.
How are you, Paul? You got one more sort of couple of more local stops, and then it's across the Atlantic.
Yes, over to meeties in Drogheda, and then off to the States.
You're going to Boston as well?
Yep, we just got that in there. We'll be in the Banshee in Boston on the 9th of February, so that was a good one to get in.
Yeah, just down there dropping your hours. So go to the bar. Back this cat. Yeah, sounds good. David Harper's here, gin connoisseur.
Hey, man.
How you getting on? Tell listeners what your tipple is tonight. People are fascinated.
Gordon's crisp cucumber gin and fever tree tonic.
That's I mean,
sounds like a Christmas decoration, doesn't it?
To be fair, it's
tasting what one.
It's kind of cheapy. It's kind of Gordon's is a kind of cheap version of Hendrix. So you can't afford to drink Hendrix all the time. Talking about fucking Partick Thistle game, I put about 200 quid worth behind the bar in Sarsfields that day on gin.
On gin? Jesus.
Just drinking gin and tonic all day, all night. Hendrix.
Fucking hell.
How the other half let me?
Absolutely, you know what I mean? Jesus, did you say I'm crazy because I have dinner parties? I mean, fuck's sake.
In some wee shithole bar in the back corner.
Hey!
I don't mean that, right? But you know what I mean? It's not as if you're sitting in fucking Harvey Nicks in Edinburgh quaffing with the elite.
Do you know what it was, right? Do you know why I drank it? Because they never usually have Hendrix gin in, right? And obviously it's quite expensive. And the barman says, I don't know how much I'm supposed to charge for this. He says, I'm just going to charge you for whatever a normal gin is. I says, fuck this, I'm drinking that all day then. You know what I mean?
See what?
So it's coming out your ears with your arm getting my fucking money.
I probably drank the bottle, I'd say. Like, opened it, I think I finished it.
When opportunity knocks, you know what I mean? Don't be afraid. And of course, we're joined out there out from Wishaw. We're joined by the president of the Justin Bieber Everton Supporters Club.
There you go. Is it really? Did we start off with Z cars tonight for the boys?
The what?
No. Everton are playing tonight.
Oh,
I thought you were up toffee.
They're playing West Ham. That was the same game I was at, actually. I seen them beat West Ham.
You were at the same game that they're playing tonight?
Aye.
No. I'd have a bet on that if I was you.
Anyway, how are you, Jason?
I'm good, mate. I'm good. All good in the head.
Did you go to the game?
Last night? Oh no, I didn't.
Oh, the night.
The night.
Last night.
I'm here live for Goodison.
All right, so let's talk about the postponed game on Saturday. What time did they actually...
Thursday.
What?
Thursday.
Thursday? Oh, second, no. I didn't know a fucking day.
It was New Year's Day, Joe.
Was it New Year's Day? Because New Year's Day felt like Sunday. There you go. What a great start to the show. I told you. Nothing but facts on this show.
New Year's Day felt like Sunday. Why do you keep saying Saturday?
Because I don't know what day it is. I'm confused. So anyway, the game is postponed. I just handed it over to Paul. Paul, you've got information.
Aye. The days of the week will start. I know for a fact that Celtic are absolutely furious about this. We're given no warning whatsoever by Partick Thistle that there was any kind of chance or whatever of the game being postponed, had prepared for it and stuff. Subsequently found out Celtic that Partick Thistle didn't bother to put the covers on, and then when they were questioned about it, said, well, covers didn't fit the whole pitch anyway, so it wouldn't have mattered. So I don't know what the SPFL are doing about that. But certainly, added to that, I know a few people that was at Partick Thistle game on Sunday, and the pitch was absolutely fine. So let's just say Celtic are none too happy about it. In particular, the quite phenomenal fixture congestion this is going to kind of bring up to Celtic, because obviously we have a game with St Johnstone to fit in, now we have a game with Partick Thistle to fit in, and if you urge anybody to look at our fixtures in February, there is nowhere to fit the fixtures in. With Inter Milan games and stuff like that, and possibility of cup replays for the Scottish Cup always takes precedent. You're into March, so it was a bit of pisser for fans that had already travelled obviously for Ireland and the north and stuff like that. It's a bit of a fucking amateurish thing for the SPFL to have a game in the top flight postponed for a waterlogged pitch. You know what I mean? It's raining. It's Scotland. It happens. If you've not got things to kind of stop that happening, then perhaps you should really be looking at what exactly you're doing.
Mm-hmm.
Well, one thing that strikes me, what you just said there, was what are the covers for exactly? A fucking scooter?
Well, exactly, and it's baffling. It's just like There's definitely a thing in the top flight Scottish football where every time any club is pulled up for anything like this, and Murray was a prime example a few years ago where their pitch was absolute shit, everybody hated going to play on it, and subsequently done nothing to try and fix it because of that. And then when the top league just turned around to them and says, listen, you need to do something with this, they said, we've no money. And that was kind of it. And this seems to be something that falls back on clubs time and time and again. Now, I find it utterly bizarre because if it's snowing and it's hard for people to get to the game, I think that's a thing that should always be taken into consideration. But when it's bloody raining, I mean, Jesus Christ, we're all of the age where we've seen a hell of a lot worse pitches and a hell of a lot worse conditions and games played on them. And it just, I mean, I'm not saying that, I know there was a theory about Partick Thistle because they had a lot of injuries, that they just didn't bother to put the covers on and stuff like that. I have no idea. I can't prove that. But it just seems utterly bizarre that Thistle, are even in that position because it's pissing rain.
Mm. What time do they call it off at, actually, officially?
They called the game off at 1:30, which again was just, that's the thing Celtic were pissed off about because obviously they brought the referee in, etc. And Celtic had no idea about that until it was called off. And they knew about it at the team hotel.
Harper, you had a big squad come into the pub, didn't you, for the game?
Aye, we had we've got a thing now that we're going to do every year. We did it last year, St Margaret's. Obviously, who's the other supporters bus in this area? They come into us for New Year's Day. But to be honest, it never affected our day. Like, no, we still they still came in. We were all still there. I still went my gin, so we just fed the rebel jukebox, shall we say, all day, all night. We had a great time, but the football not being on was a bit of a bummer because you already didn't have the game on Boxing Day, St Stephen's Day, which was, I didn't like that getting played on the 27th. And then the first year you're all set for it again. Really looking forward to it because I kind of took it easy and hugged my knee. Because I knew I was going out for the football on New Year's Day and having a big day. I mean, that's just selfish reasons for me, but we still had a good day. But I mean, I totally agree with what Paul's saying, And I know there was a lot of rain fell, but there was only 2 games off in Britain that day. You know what I mean? One in the lower leagues in England and one in Scotland. I mean, St Mirren and Hamilton that managed to get their games on there in the same kind of rough the same area in Scotland, So conspiracy theories abound, of course, but I don't know, what can you do? I imagine Partick Thistle could maybe get in a bit of bother if Celtic were to push this. I don't know what the consequences are, but how do you have pitch covers that what did you buy? What were the covers originally for that you bought that they didn't fit the pitch? They're no pitch covers, there's something else.
I mean, we already had the ridiculous sight 3 weeks ago when the Cowden Beef Hearts game was off for a frozen pitch, which is slightly different, except the way they tried to defrost the pitch was by bringing a van on and revving the engine. That's true at Central Park. So, you kind of we know we can't fucking go out and buy the best players and have all the best fucking TV coverage and that kind of thing, but for fuck's sake, these are basic things. Do you know what I mean? And
it's just, Scottish football just stinks of amateurism from top to bottom. It's just a fucking disaster, really. It beggars belief at times. It does beggar belief at times. To get the simple things right. Junior games with Pollock Juniors or something would have managed to get that game on. It's incredible.
But see as well when it comes on the back of the non-entity boy for fucking Sefco talking about what it's like to be a player there in terms of the meals and how things going on and the fights in the dressing room. I mean, honest to God, it's like that fucking Dream Team thing that used to be on Sky. It's just, you're right what he says, it's just rank fucking amateurism. I mean, there's a guy turning around and says, they didn't give a shit what we ate.